the delta coming in here, closing in about 5 seconds. I'm going to look for shorts now. I have a 5-point stop or a 5-point take profit right here. Want to see this thing actually go with the delta here in my direction. There you go. Got filled out 5 points. Beautifully done. Quick first short for the day. Am I recording? Yes, I am. Let's make sure I'm recording. I got a little bit nervous here because we've seen a positive delta, but we got a positive delta with a negative candle, so great. I'm keeping in mind there was a huge gap up from market close yesterday. Yes, there was. Yes, there was. So look at this now. Shorts are 100% ripping down, ripping down. So I'm glad I said to you guys, and I'm glad I said it to myself, of being patient. Being patient. Yeah, we got to be careful with these gaps in the market. Being patient is a big key here. So we're starting to see some positive deltas coming in. I'm kind of interested in taking a buy here. Interested in just taking a 5-point scalp. I have a TP now permanently set, so you guys can see it here. I have a permanent TP set now for like 5 points. Why is this on auto scale? Oh boy. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I got filled in literally like, I mean, I got filled in okay. That's okay though. We're gonna be fine. I'm not really too concerned about this. Should have though looked for the shorts, I think, instead to go with the trend. So negative shorts here pulling up, much better. If I see though a positive delta form here, I'm gonna just add into this really quick to try to get out up here. So add in here. I got a sell limit here and a sell limit up here now. So just want to see this thing rip up and push me out. We got a nice delta forming positive, candles forming green. We should see a push up back into our zone here. Should see it. So there's one done. I need this one now to form positive as well. So we caught 5 points there, 5 points up here. Want to catch one more quick 5-pointer here. One more quick. Actually, that's 12 points. Wait a minute. I've been catching, I think, way more than 5 points, huh? Let's see. Let this thing push here on the 5-second up and fill me out. I'm going to go break even. There you go. Got filled out. Beautiful. So far, 4 for 4. So far, 4 for 4. Let's see what I'm up so far in the day. $1,300. So yeah, I'm just catching, literally, I'm just trying to capture like 5 points. Quick 5 points. I realized yesterday that I actually trade way better, way better, just going for like 5 points over and over and over again. This was an accident. I accidentally did this one. This was not a great trade on my part, but let's see it get filled out here. Let me make sure I'm like getting filled out at actually, yeah, 5 points. Okay, I was, what was that? I was 0.7 away from getting filled out there. Come on. Come on. Push down. We got small negative though. This is not great for me. Small negative here. I should have just canceled by myself. Should have canceled by myself here. Delta is still forming negative, so I'm expecting a decent push down here back into the liquidity pool. There we go. One more push down in the 5-minute or 5-second. There we go. Got filled out. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. That's so far 5 for 5. 5 for 5. I realized I was doing something wrong, you guys. I was reading Delta the last 2 days, not the same way I was reading it last week. I, for some reason, was hammering the button just when I seen green or red, when that doesn't matter if I see green or red down here. But what matters is the actual context of the candle, right? Seeing a red candle form here, yeah, we got a negative delta, but we're at a bottom. What's the likelihood of it pushing now all the way back down when we already had the flush right here? You know, so now I can also look at this as a bounce here. So I'm learning. So far, 5 for 5. That's what I'm looking for. So far, 5 for 5. That's what I like. Not, and I'm looking for small wins too, right? I'm 5 for 5, but I'm looking for 5-point winners. I've so far, if we just do the math, I'm up 25 points on 10 contracts apiece. So I'm not overly leveraging. I'm not also overly like trying to get home runs. I realized when I back tested, by the way, yesterday I sat here for hours just like back testing order flow. Don't ever feel like your strategy will work forever. There are times in day trading where like you need to retest and you need to backtest and you need to figure out like there's something missing, right? Pray about it, ask God for guidance about it. He'll reveal it. Yesterday I prayed about it and look at this. I'm up 25 points to start the day, right? Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. I probably shouldn't put that on YouTube because now I don't want like cover girl coming after me. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? It's just a joke. Okay, gonna try here a quick little snag at a short. Why is it not popping up here now? Yeah, this is lagging like crazy today for me. We got a negative delta, a big push down. I just want to see if this thing gets filled out here. Small positive delta, don't really love that. I maybe should have shorted here opposed to down here now, so I might have accidentally taken a small little nasty of a trade. But overall, I want to see if shorts do come back in. I don't know why it's not popping up. It's popping up here and here, but not on this one, which is odd, but all my markers do, so that's okay. I'm not going to focus on that. It's fine. Yeah, I shouldn't have shorted the low here. What I should have been doing was focusing on shorting up here where there was a huge negative delta spike. Gonna wait a couple of seconds here and see if the market does want to push back in my favor. I will add to it if I can, but so far not looking all that hot. Not looking all that hot. Once again, I even just said it to you guys, I shouldn't be shorting the lows. I did short the lows here very stupidly. Very, very silly. I did short the lows here. Should have been a little bit more cautious, maybe shorting up here on a potential reversal, but we're starting to get the push down. We're starting to get sellers hopping in. Want the sellers actually to hold this, though. I'm not really wanting to add into this. The last thing I want to be in is like 20 contracts and this thing not go in my favor. I'll just shorten up my TP. If need be, I will add to it, but I just didn't like that we didn't see a huge like negative delta spike to push back down. If I can see it here would be better. Starting to see sellers step in now, but look at this. Sellers stepping in, stepping in. Gonna try one more time here to get my price action real tight. Real tight. Okay, you were like, there we go. I was going to say, you literally were like a half a point from getting filled, buddy. There you go. Now, look at this. Now the negative delta's here. This thing should be going down, maybe not downtown. We are at a support and resistance. We are at support and resistance. So what am I up so far? I think I'm 6 trades up so far. This one was a little bit of a sketchy one. I only held this one because I was more confident in the higher deltas of it being negative. So when I added here on the shorts, we did get a negative. Wasn't that great? Way better adding on a breakout here, actually. So, but we are starting to see buyers step in at the support and resistance, which is why I like to have 2 of these things, like 2 screens side by side. You can see the absorption immediately right here. So actually, if you look at this at 9:39 in 0 seconds, we've seen buyers stepping in, forming now a somewhat positive delta. That doesn't mean that buyers are in control, but it does now indicate to me that there might be a potential that there is a lot of buyers here. So this actually could be a great TP. So this is what I would look for. There is a TP somewhere now in this zone right here. Should be at least. We got a negative delta down here, but we couldn't push any lower. We're starting to see somewhat positive, so more people trying to buy, but it still could keep ripping down. So this is our second now. Actually, it didn't even form positive. It still formed negative here. So we did have buyers here for a quick second. Just a quick second worth of buyers. Going to try here real quick. I got in, I lagged a little bit there. I was supposed to get in at the top of that candle. I should have gotten in, filled out at the top of that candle. I got filled in literally at the butt of that candle, like all the way up. Should still be okay. We formed nice, juicy, positive delta here once and twice. Looking for the 3rd time of buyers to pull this thing on up. Wanting to see this bounce real quick on the 5 second forming somewhat green. I mean, we're getting, I've got positive delta here, so there are buyers. There you go. 7 for 7. 7 for 7. Thank the Lord. What are we up so far? Let's see.